There are different kinds of front lines. Today, Semi Wara is still serving his adopted country, overseeing COVID tests for international lorry drivers.
Swab your mouth 4 times inside and 1 or 4 times on the other, and then the nose.
Today's foe is a virus. But Semi came 10,000 miles from Fiji to help the British Army take on one of its most dangerous enemies. Like many of his countrymen, Semi was recruited in Fiji to fight for Britain. His first mission, Afghanistan. From the start, he recalls surprising those who trained him with the national habit of smiling, even in adversity.
Every time they were talking to us, we were smiling back at them. Even if they were angry at us, they were more like shouting. We were still smiling back. And then I think at one time one of them asked us, "Why do you normally smile? You guys smile a lot." I said, "Yeah, because we don't understand you."
Semi spent 6 months attached to 3 para in Afghanistan. He was sent to Britain's most beleaguered outpost at Sangin, where he witnessed the death of a friend and comrade.
Every single day we got shot at. But when that happened, it's more like it dawned into me that, yeah, this is definitely for real now. Things like this is going to happen. It's not just them on that side. It's going to take casualties. It's our side as well.
The death of Luke McCulloch is a memory that stays with him.
All I could see was blood in the head, but he was unconscious. Standing there looking at him. Wow. I didn't know that would be the last of him. Who would know?
He made a deliberate decision not to mention the constant firefights, the death and the injuries. In the weekly phone call home, he was allowed.
When she asked, yeah, everything's all right, everything's good and all that, but I try and keep every single day we get fired upon, shot upon every single day in Sangin, until I came back to UK, then she knew.
Bonds formed in the most challenging circumstances, and Semi, a religious man, would include his comrades in his nightly prayers.
At times before we go to sleep, like in our small man cave, I sometimes pray, and then the boys could see me praying, and they'll definitely keep the noise down. Once I finish praying, then they'll ask, "Oh, did you just pray?" I said, "Yeah." "Or did you pray for us?" Sometimes they ask that. "Did you pray for us?" I said, "Yeah, definitely I prayed for you guys. I'm not going to pray for myself alone."
At mission's end, it was only with those who'd shared the experience that Semi could discuss it. It was months later before he finally told wife Linda and the whole church congregation.
In church, he went up to testify. And that's how he told the story. And that's how I knew what happened. And when we came home and I told him, "Did that happen in Afghanistan?" I was surprised.
I just stood up there and said it like a story of what happened. I think it was just boiling up inside of me, trying to come out.
Having returned home safely to his sons, Semi decided his first Afghan tour would be his last. He now has work in security and latterly COVID testing, but is proud of his military service and is bringing his family to London to see the memorial commemorating those who fought in Afghanistan. Many of the nationalities who shed blood for Britain have their own memorials. There is not one for Fiji. He thinks there should be. Paul Davis, ITV News.